pumped low and then have to fight for a really long time. But you see it sometimes where someone looks really good and then all of a sudden you see it in their elbows when they kind of come up like that, and then they're off.
Here is Catherine Chung, the third of 3 Swiss climbers through, so all of them through in the first half of the semi-final.
And then there's a cleaning break right after her.
Yeah, there is a cleaning break after the 13th climber, which is Catherine. The route setting team clean the route. Hoping for some nice slow-mo close-ups from the ORF, the Austrian broadcasters. We are taking our pictures from ORF today. It's not the normal IFSC media team. They've got an awful lot of very shiny, expensive-looking equipment I was lusting over earlier on, including the crane camera, which is currently about 5 meters from Catherine Chung and providing us with this shot right here. So as I say, we're taking our pictures from Austrian TV. And we're in the big Olympia World Arena on the south of Innsbruck city. We had the qualifiers at the Kletterzentrum, the enormous climbing facility on the other side of town. Had a question on hashtag IFSCWCH on Twitter about why we're suddenly indoors. It's basically a case of crowd capacity. The arena here just holds enough people for the finals in the Kletterzentrum. There just isn't the capacity for the number of people that would want to watch. So we move indoors for the semi-finals and the finals. And the combined final next Sunday will also be in the Olympia World, and the qualifiers will be in the Kletterzentrum. Fortunately, we've got very good weather forecast last year for the Youth World Championships here in Innsbruck. We had a lot of rain.
There's been a lot of rain. I've been hanging out here in Innsbruck for the last few weeks after Munich and before this, after the Munich Bouldering World Cup, before this World Championships, and it's been raining a lot, actually.
It's cleared up with perfect timing, though. Sun shines on the right.
Yeah, the whole next 6 days look like they're supposed to be sunny.
It's hoping. Catherine Chung, steady as you like so far, just readjusting on her right foot. Brilliant day in the qualifiers. As I mentioned, highest ranked of the 3 Swiss climbers to come through to this semi-final. 26 climbers through, gunning for 8 places in the final. Even those that don't make the final, as Kara Conley mentioned a few minutes ago, are also after some ranking points and trying to find a place in that 6-person Olympic combined final, which will take place a week tomorrow here in the Olympia World. Catherine onto the big Snickers bar hold. And now she's got the slap up with the left hand coming. That's where we lost Anna Zaikina. Everyone else has negotiated it okay. How can Catherine Chung get on? No problem at all.
She is looking maybe not quite as comfortable as some other climbers we've seen go through this section, but luckily she's going to have that red volume as a time to relax before hitting the next cruxy section.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to have quite found that nice rhythm just yet that Sol Sa, who we saw climbing 12th, Catherine Chung being the 13th climber. Sol Sa had a really nice rhythm, and Catherine not quite found that so far. But as you rightly say, she's made it onto the red volume where there is something of a rest to be had. Choosing to take a rest on that blue crimp. Her compatriot Petra Klingler had a good rest on that as well. Got herself in a bit of an awkward position there, Catherine Chung. Looked like she wanted to cross straight through with her left hand and kind of stopped halfway.
Yeah, used the volume as an intermediate.
Yeah, it didn't look the most comfortable of positions, I have to say. Now she's on with the right hand on that red volcano hold. Thought about using the drop knee, but just goes straight up with her left hand. Barely rested at all. She's in a different position. This is a bit more where we saw Sandra Lettner resting. The feet high up instead of hanging beneath you.
Yeah, the
Checks
thing
her watch.
with this position is it gets the weight off your hands a little bit more, but you end up, you can rest your like right hand really well, but not your left hand super well. So.
So she chose to take a bit of a rest. 1 minute 15 left on the clock. The time's gone by quickly. Needs to get moving. She'll cross through with the right hand hopefully now, then presumably get the clip done.
Not the most comfortable, but she's still making moves.
Yeah, still going.
Clearly fighting, and
she's been on the route over 5 minutes now. Stabs out with the left foot, and you can see her just beginning to really grimace from the effort.
Yeah, and what seems to be important for this next move is to really rock your left knee over your foot and sit on it, which is how a lot of the other girls have done it.
Just takes a tiny little shake out as she bumps up to hole 39. Catherine Chung now heading up with the right hand. And we lose her just heading up to hole 40. It'll be a 39 plus, I would imagine.
Oh, sorry. Her arm ended up getting under the rope there, and she had to switch it around before moving again. I wonder if that was if that maybe could have made a difference for her doing that move.
Interesting one from Catherine Chung there. Never, as you said, just never looked like she quite got into the route, never looked 100% comfortable.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things with lead climbing is you really need to find that flow and get comfortable on the route. Otherwise, you're just going to be fighting from a spot where you normally wouldn't be fighting from, you know?
Can't get much closer of a close-up than that. Accurate footwork from Catherine. So we've now got the cleaning break. You can see her check her watch there, and she might have been a bit dismayed by what she saw. She's been on the wall at about 5 minutes at that stage. This is where we lost her, just going up with the right hand.
You can see that hand switch around the rope again.
Yeah.
Doesn't look entirely pleased with it.
It's just a kind of distraction you don't need. That's a better angle on it. It's effectively an extra move, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And she looked, you could see from her elbow like that she was definitely pumped when she was on that left-hand hold, and just any extra time needing to hold that position is difficult.
So there we can see it. Mia Krampel still leading the way. We want the top 8 to go through. Mia Krampel, I suspect, may well have done enough, and Petra Klingler might well have done enough. Ellen Janico the same. Once you're getting down to Catherine Schungman and Ili and Katja Kiprien over at Solsara, you would suspect that won't be enough to make your way through, but we shall see. Charlie Bosco and Kyra Condi here with you live from the Olympia World, the arena on the edge of Innsbruck city centre. Kyra, you've alluded to it a couple of times. You're primarily a boulderer, although you had not a bad day in the qualifiers for the lead a couple of days ago.
No, I was actually quite happy with my result. It would have been, awesome to make the semifinal.